In life and in football, we long to be remembered. We fantasize about leaving a legacy.
Let's go, league champions!
Since Nick Saban secured his first SEC title at Alabama in 2009.
SEC champion, Crimson Tide.
A tremendous program, just ain't gonna stop soon.
The Crimson Tide has become the gold standard in our sport.
Be the best in the world.
Time to make more room in the trophy case.
And this year's team is fighting to reclaim its crown.
Baby, we built this house on memories. Take my picture now, check it till you see it. And when your fantasies become your legacy, promise me a place in your house of memories.
It's a lot that goes with wearing an A. When I see the trophies, I just think about greatness.
Think about the guys that came before me. I want to be remembered as a champion, a winner.
But sometimes, no matter how much you may resist, the torch is ready to be passed.
And when that moment comes, you better be ready to run with it. Once an apprentice, Kirby Smart is now a master. Since losing to his former boss in the 2021 SEC championship game, this Georgia juggernaut has been perfection personified. Back-to-back Nats, 29 straight wins. But these dogs are hungry for more.
Take my picture now, check it till you see it. And when your fantasies become your legacy, promise me a place in your house of memories.
That's why we all came here, to win championships.
To chase those trophies, it's everything I've ever dreamed of. I want to be remembered as one of the most winning programs in college football.
Being able to wear this G with pride. We know this doesn't last forever.
It's true what they say. Eventually, all good things must come to an end.
But the best part about memories is that they last a lifetime.
For one final time,
It's the SEC championship game
on CBS.
And with that, we bring you to the House of Memories one more time on CBS. Welcome to the SEC Championship on CBS, presented by Dr. Pepper. And our matchup, two heavyweights, yet again. The #1 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs. The 8th-ranked Crimson Tide of Alabama. One unbeaten, one with only one loss on their season. It's a packed house. There's a lot of red and black and a lot of crimson and cream in here. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. My partner's Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell down on the sidelines. Well, partner, everybody wants to win a conference championship when the season begins. You get to this point, you go, okay, it's right there in our grasp. But when these two teams, these two programs get together, it's bigger than that.
It really is. Every SEC championship that I've ever done, the last 17, the winner of this game got in the playoffs. I assume that's going to happen today, but the stakes seem so much higher. Alabama, with their record, 6 championships under national championship under Nick Saban. And how about Georgia? They're going for college football immortality.
I know it's a half century ago, but it's like Ali and Frazier's trilogy a little bit. I think one of the funnest things we've had to be part of this year is the maturation of the two quarterbacks, Jalen Milroe and Carson Beck.
I think you're 100% right. Going into this season, the biggest question marks in all of the SEC was who was going to play quarterback for these two franchises. Would they be good enough? Well, they have been good enough. They don't play exactly the same. Carson Beck, the trigger man, kind of stands on pitcher's mound, throws the ball. Jalen Milroe. After about 4 games, when he found himself, he has been almost impossible to stop. 2 of the best, most productive quarterbacks in college football.
One of the best football players in America has been a little bit iffy. Brock Bowers hurt in the Vanderbilt game. He came back after tightrope surgery in 26 days. We watched him warm up. He looks like he's ready to go.
He does. I think that he is obviously going to give it all he can in this game. 2 years ago, he was amazing against Alabama in this game. Looked at like McConkey's going to play. We'll look at Ra Thomas. Those are their 3 best receivers, the most productive players in their offense.
370 career receptions for those 3 guys. When you talk about players all over the field that could make a difference, I don't know. They're countless.
Yeah, it could be anybody. Let's start, though, with Alabama's pass rush. I think they have to do that, and they've got a pair, number 1 and number 2 in the SEC in quarterback pressures. Dallas Turner has 50. Chris Braswell has 49. They must be a factor in this football game, and I don't see how Alabama could win. But, Ness, you're right. The difference in these 2 football teams is there are great elite football players all over the field, and we're going to have the pleasure to watch it.
These are the 2-time defending national champion Georgia Bulldogs. Here they come. And walking down the tunnel and strolling in from Tuscaloosa, they'll be considered the home team today. The last team to beat Georgia 728 days ago. Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide of Alabama. Woo, we're almost ready. But first, 3rd member of our team on the field is Jenny Dell.
Well, we got 2 quarterbacks making their first SEC championship start, and with history on the line, Carson Beck told me that the Georgia Bulldogs had 2 ways to approach this matchup, either protect or attack. He said they're not trying to protect their 29-game win streak. They're going to attack this matchup. Now, for the Crimson Tide, I asked Jalen Milroe, how can this Alabama squad beat Georgia? And Milroe responded, Jenny, the question should be, how can this Georgia team beat Alabama? Now, all season long, Bama's motto has been blank. Let all naysayers know. They want to remind everyone Alabama should be respected. And guys, we've got our popcorn ready for this one.
We are ready for this game, Jenny. Mercedes-Benz Stadium is electric. The SEC Championship on CBS, presented by Dr. Pepper, is sponsored by The Home Depot, Google, Aflac, and by Dr. Pepper. The Bulldogs and the Crimson Tide set to meet for the 73rd time. The 4th time in the SEC championship game, which is at hand. Georgia won the toss and deferred. Undefeated in conference play. Only the 2nd time that's happened, believe it or not. Georgia 12-0. Alabama 11-1. The mentor against the man he maybe taught too well. Nick Saban and Kirby Smart were underway. And this one's going to go
That's a great
out of bounds and a flag down. So it will come out to the 35.
great play by Ken.